Can you imagine a mortgage business that your realtors, after a client goes into process, they reach out to your processor and don't reach out to you? Think about that. Chew on that for a second. You could structure your mortgage business in a way, which I'm about to go through with you, that your realtor in process, if they want to know if the appraisal is in, they want to know if title work's clear, they want to know if docs are at title, they call the processor and don't call you, the loan officer. So how do you go deeper in a relationship with your buyer's agent powered by your operations team, meaning your processor? 2014, I took my family to the Bahamas for a family vacation. Stayed at Atlantis, absolutely great time. It was so much fun. However, the week before, I was super cranky. I was cranky because I don't know how I'm gonna be able to go on vacation, and I was super frustrated because I was always having to take my laptop. So my processor took me aside. Again, I owe a lot of my success to a young lady named Rosa. Rosa, the processor, took me aside and said, hey, here's what I want you to do. Make a list of all your buyer's agents. Let's meet with them before, and I'll have them reach out to me so you can go take a break. So I, Rosa, don't have to deal with your cranky blank. Absolutely brilliant, and something that we adopted. So, well, what I did with the processor, Rosa, and got with, say, Donna, one of my buyer's agents, I had a client in process and also needing clients to get pre-approved while I'm gone. So what Rosa and Donna, we got on the phone together, we go through everything from beginning to end, A to Z. It was a week before I left. Well, we said, hey, Donna, realtor, touch base with Rosa this week if you need to know any of these things, ... What became brilliant about that is when Donna, the realtor, would reach out to Rosa, the processor, and ask them questions about, hey, the appraisal and title work in, did the payoff get ordered, whatever the situation was, Rosa was over the top communicative that when I ended up coming back from vacation, I was never bothered once by any kind of 911s or any kind of fires. I was able to come back from vacation. That became our model moving forward. What I mean by that is if you've got a processor that you love and does a great job for you, what you want to do is coach them up to have verbal strength as a processor so they can have presence and confidence, connect them with your buyer's agents for updates. And what you'll notice is the chemistry starts growing and starts weaving to where now you're getting leverage from your processor because they're putting more effort. And you as a loan officer are getting two things. One, you're making more money because you're able to prospect. And two, you're able to have your time back. Having the time back and growing your income is extremely important if you're going to be able to scale this. As I grew my team roughly from say 20, 30, 40 million dollars a year to 50, 60, 70 million dollars a year, I had to hire more processors. What I realized is I'm really good at maybe finding a processor, but I have no idea what a processor does all day. So I couldn't train them. So what we ended up doing is I promoted my senior processor, Rosa, into my processing manager. Then it was her job to reduplicate her skills, talents, and models and systems into the next processors that we hire from there. That allowed us to be able to continue to grow and scale, and I got more off my plate as a branch manager for the sake of operations. If I'm talking to branch managers, understand it's a great way to leverage. If I'm talking to just simple loan officers that want to do 5 loans a month, 10 loans a month, whatever the number is, utilize your processor for more help there, because the next thing we want to go through, we want to get on the offense now. So we played a good game of defense, let's get on the offense. So the offense is how to go deeper relationships with your listing agents using your processors. So again, when the appraisal comes in, my processor picks up the phone and calls a listing agent and says what? Says, hey, great news, the appraisal came in, we made value, please let your sellers know. Why is that just not an email that goes out? Well, it's again to get a relationship with them. So when I get a contract with a listing agent, let's just say I get a contract and it's John Smith. The first call that I make is I pick up the phone and I don't call the borrower. I call the listing agent and say, oh my God, listing agent, you allowed us to win this contract. There's probably 15 offers. Why'd you accept our offer over anybody else's? I want the listing agent to tell me how great I am and why they accepted my offer. They go blah, 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 blah. You're this, you're that, this, you reached out, so on and so on. What I want in return is, here's what I'm gonna do. I want the next 30 days for you to see my video matches my audio. That means that what I say is exactly what I do, and you get to experience my team. Once a week, my processor is going to reach out to you, give you an update. You are a transaction coordinator and give you an update where everything's in the process, on the loan and also in the milestones so you can alert your seller. Would that be helpful to you? Yes, yes, yes. Tickled pink. Okay, awesome. So it's a lot better that your processor picks up the phone, calls a listing agent, lets them know documents are title. We've got the underwriting loan approval. Or simply from there that the appraisal's in it made value, or title works clear. Wherever that is, have a reason for the processor to reach out to the listing agent throughout the loan process. And as you, the loan officer, are reaching out to the listing agent, because again, you want your video to match your audio, you're reminding them, hey, did my Rosa, my processor, reach out to you? Were you guys able to communicate? Are these updates helpful? How confident does your seller feel with the whole process? The mindset I want you to have is the more that you are different, the more that you stand out. Repeat that again. Chew on that for a second. The more you learn how to be different, the more you learn to stand out. Most loan officers try to stand out, but they're all the same, so they never stand out. If you focus on being different, you will stand out. So what I'm hearing sometimes from loan officers is that you don't have a dedicated processor, or your manager has a round-robin process, or hey, I'm trying to build a team around me, so I've got a loan officer assistant that submits directly to underwriting. This next chapter, this next video, this next course that you're going to hear about, the mindset behind it is, say if you've got a processor that is also you're doing your LOA activities, or you've got an LOA that it's also doing your processor activities, what would that look like and how can you still implement this? See you at the next video.